Hello world, it's me, Ben from the IF community team. This past year, I've spent a lot of time at home, not exercising, and eating a lot of junk food. This hasn't been great for my health, my clothes don't fit as well, and when I look in the mirror, I just really don't like what I see. So today, I'm going to show you the applets that are helping me get into shape and stay in shape. So without further ado, welcome to this week's edition of Building with Ben. When it comes to getting into shape, the first thing you need to do is simply just get started. If you're like me, that might take a little bit of initial motivation. One of the places that I get my motivation from is the Goalcast channel on YouTube. And the Goalcast channel is all about ordinary people overcoming great odds to accomplish extraordinary things. Plus, there's a really cool, uplifting musical score that they have on all their videos. This next applet is going to send me an email every time Goalcast posts a new video on YouTube. The trigger for this applet is going to be YouTube new video by channel. And we're simply going to enter the channel ID in this box here where it says what channel. We're then going to have that video, when it is posted, sent directly to us in an email. If you're anything like me, you're probably somewhat motivated by your financial goals. This next applet is going to help me combine my physical fitness with my financial fitness. So this applet triggers every time I hit my daily step goal on my Fitbit. It then tells Qapital to save $3 towards my vacation trip to Italy next year. Now, $3 a day turns out to be about $1,100 a year, which seems like a lot of money, but let's face it, we spend $3 a day on a cup of coffee, and it adds up really quick. And hopefully, I'll be able to do something really nice for my wife on our vacation. So you've started working out, but you haven't done anything to improve your eating habits. This is like taking one step forward and two steps back. This next applet is going to give you some really good ideas every week about how to eat healthy and do so on a budget. So there's a subreddit that I follow called Eat Cheap and Healthy. And this applet will round up the top posts from that subreddit and will send them to me in an email every week and for an easy to read, easy to digest kind of way. The best part about this is this email comes to me on Saturday, so I've got the entire weekend to start thinking about meal prep for the following week. When you're trying to get fit, it's really important that you set goals for yourself. One of my goals is to one day be able to run a half marathon. Half marathon is about 13 miles, and right now I can't do much more than 3 without really starting to struggle. Now I believe I'll get there one day, but I think it's really important for me to have a way to log my progress in the meantime. This next applet is going to help me do just that. So for this applet, I'm using the Strava Fitness app. The Strava Fitness app, it's a free app that will record your runs or your bike rides. It is a free app. There is, however, a paid version. The free app, though, will record the time of your run, the distance of your run, the pace at which you're running, and it'll also use GPS to map out the route of your run. Then it takes, once you record an activity in Strava, it'll take that information and it'll put it all into a spreadsheet. And the ingredients or the columns for that spreadsheet will be, amongst other things, when it was created, the distance, the time, and a couple links to the activity as well. So I wanted to quickly show you what this might look like in Google Sheets. As you can see, it breaks down the date, the time that the run started, the distance in meters, the time elapsed, a couple really helpful links to the activity itself. And then also one other thing that I did to give myself a little bit of context as this sheet fills up that you might find helpful is I made 2 extra columns on here that I have to manually input. The first one being the distance that I converted into miles because I'm an American, and also just some notes on the run to let me know whether this was a run, where the run was to, who I was running with, or in some cases, a long walk or a hike that I might have went on. Another way that I plan to keep track of my progress is to keep track of my weight. or hopefully my weight loss. With my Withings scale on IFT, I'm able to do just that. Similar to the last app, we're going to be logging progress into a Google spreadsheet. This time, however, we're going to actually be logging my weight that I'm going to be recording on my Withings scale. So that every time I have a new weight, it's going to log that weight into a Google spreadsheet. And the ingredients, or columns rather, for that spreadsheet will be the date and time that I stepped on the scale, the weight in units, fat mass percentage, and the lean mass. Getting fit with IFT is an exciting way to approach your weight loss goals. And in a strange way, it adds an extra layer of accountability. If you'd like to see more Building with Ben videos, you can click the link above. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another edition of Building with Ben.